Hannah, and this is STEM Works, the show where we explore careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, and what makes them so much fun. We take you inside businesses and talk to professionals in their fields and explore what they do. And today, we are headed over to visit with our friends at NV Energy.
PBS Reno STEM Works is brought to you in part by the Desert Research Institute.
Have you ever noticed a funny-looking device on the side of your home? It's called an electrical meter, and it's used to keep track of how much electricity you and your family use to power on all of your devices. We all use electricity to charge our phones, gadgets, and toys. Just plug it into the wall, and voila! Your battery is full and you're ready to go. Many homes and businesses use it to run everything from fridges to dryers to heating and cooling, as well as running all of the tools and heavy machinery that help make the stuff we all love so much. In Nevada, most of the energy is produced and distributed by NV Energy, a power company that serves thousands of customers' energy needs. NV Energy also provides natural gas to the community, which is used for everything from heating a home or a business to cooking and heating the water you use to wash your hands. In fact, there are thousands of miles of both power lines and gas pipes all across Nevada, providing everyone with electricity and natural gas to stay warm in the winter and cool in the summer. All of these power lines and pipelines need to be maintained and kept in safe working condition. So the employees and engineers at NV Energy are busy making sure that the electrical power lines above ground and the gas pipes below ground are in good condition, ensuring that they are operating as efficiently and as safely as possible. Today, we'll get to talk with two engineers at NV Energy. Macy Campbell, who supervises a small team of engineers and field crews, as well as Anne Pomeroy, whose job it is to prevent rust from breaking down pipes. So come on, let's head over to our friends at NV Energy to discover a little bit about what it takes to be part of the team keeping our lights on and our batteries charged. All right, here we go. So tell us, what do you do as an engineer at NV Energy?
A cathodic protection engineer basically deals with any sort of steel or metal, pipeline or vessel or anything like that that might rust over time. And so my job is to prevent that from happening.
I oversee the electric meter operations group here with NV Energy. We program and install commercial and high-end metering for customers throughout the state, and we communicate with customers while we're out on site.
Some days I get to go out to the field where I spend time with field crews that are constructing new pipelines, spend time with our different surveyors and operators that operate rig stations and do maintenance on meter sets.
We get our hands dirty, so to speak, with getting into the programming of the meters. We program all of these parameters into the meter so that it's registering the power correctly so that we can provide reliable service for the company and the customers.
What makes your job important?
Power is just essential service that everyone needs all the time to allow people to charge your phones, play your video games, be on your laptops at home. Think about what doesn't need power. Our hospitals, restaurants, schools, everything that we do requires power. I'm part of the process that makes sure that that happens.
Natural gas is what we use to heat our houses, to do different industrial big processes. Living in a cold climate like we do here in northern Nevada, it's really important that we're able to keep our houses warm in the winter so that way we can live comfortably. And it's really important that we don't have leaks or issues on our gas system because natural gas is flammable.
We have the ability to see the majority of our infrastructure at a time, and that's very useful for our troubleshooting because if there's a power outage, we have the ability to see if it's one home, two homes, a whole neighborhood, multiple neighborhoods, and then we can diagnose and troubleshoot which circuits that's affecting and be able to send someone out to troubleshoot and fix the issues.
If cathodic protection isn't implemented correctly on steel pipelines, those are at a risk to then leak and cause significant damage to the environment, the ground, and potentially be hazardous to people in the area. And so that's what my job is to do, is to make sure that doesn't happen.
Just seeing how much the community relies on our power and our service provided makes it very important that we do our job correctly and accurately in order to get that power to our users.
What do you love most about your job?
Really, it's the group of people that I work with that are just fantastic, and it really is a team environment.
What I love so much about my job is just the variety in it of that. I get to spend so much time with people in the field and people in the office and get to see all these different little issues and things that I've never seen before, and that I'll come back to the office and go, I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen.
Troubleshooting and that fixing and getting your hands dirty and figuring everything out before it becomes a problem so that you have the reliable service that's provided to the customers.
Knowing that I'm directly involved in work that's impacting our community and providing safe gas, providing something that somebody uses every single day in their home and they might not even realize it.
Very cool. What are some of the most important skills as an engineer at NV Energy?
Problem solving and creativity, I think, are something that people don't always realize are a really big part of engineering. When I go out to a field site and I find that my cathodic protection isn't really working on that pipeline, then I have to figure out, okay, what's the best way to fix this? Should I try to replace this main so that way we don't even have this issue anymore? Or what other little things could I do or figure out that will help fix that issue?
The most important skills in my current position include critical thinking and communication. When I sit behind my desk every day at my computer, a lot of it has to do with emails and communicating with coworkers to update on projects and status of where we're at on different tasks, but that communication is key.
Collaboration is a huge part of engineering, and especially in my position, because I have to work with field crews, with customers, making sure that they're happy and that they understand what's going on, because sometimes it can be kind of scary if you see a whole bunch of NV Energy employees all outside your house and you're going, oh no, is something wrong?
I think a lot of times people go into engineering thinking that you're just going to sit behind a desk, and while there are those opportunities out there for people who really want to just do that, more times than not you have to actually interact with different people. Different skill sets, different technology levels, so you have to be able to explain a complex technical problem to someone who has no understanding of what's going on.
Do you have any other advice?
Try to get involved with as many different things as you can that interest you, whether that's looking at YouTube or Instagram to learn new things or different science channels, or if it's going to a class that you like or going to a summer camp or getting involved with an internship.
Take things apart, put them back together, enroll in a class, take a summer camp in some specialty that you have no idea what it's about, because when you're young and when you have all of that energy and time, you can get into whatever you want to get. You can find a passion, you can find something that you're really good at.
Try things that excite you and that seem fun, and don't let other people, just because they may not think it's cool, don't let that stop you from trying something. Like, it doesn't matter. Try whatever you want and whatever you're interested in. And
there's just so many opportunities available in this career field and the STEM and the electric utility industry specifically. I think that when you're willing to put in the work and get through the difficult times and the challenges, that the reward on the other side is just gonna be amazing.
Just if you're interested and you want to learn about something, like, dive into that and learn about that. And if you put that work into it, that's really what's going to make the difference, of whether it's learning more about coding or that sort of thing.
One person can't do it all, and so each group, each department, each engineering specialty has to have this piece to the puzzle. So if you are going into an engineering degree, you can choose many different majors or emphasis that you want to focus on.
If you're not sure about STEM, if you're thinking, I'm not that good at math, I'm not really sure if that's for me, that's not the whole point of STEM. The whole point of STEM is to be curious, to be solving, and finding new things. Just because you think, oh, I'm not so good at math, don't just count STEM out just for that. Like, STEM is a whole variety of different careers and options, and it really is a broad field as something to look into.
That was so awesome. Thanks to Macy and Anne, we found out about what it takes to be an engineer at NV Energy, as well as what it is they do to keep our community powered up. I hope you had as much fun as I did finding out about these careers at NV Energy. Well, that's about all the time we have, but I want to thank you all for joining us for this episode of PBS STEM Works. You can find out more information about NV Energy at their website, nvenergy.com. And for more information on these careers and others, visit pbsreno.org/STEMworks. And as always, don't forget to get out there and discover what it is that gets you going and on the right path to your STEM future.
PBS Reno STEM Works is brought to you in part by the Desert Research Institute.